Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
Hey there, guys. It's your favorite faceless YouTuber for now. Welcome back to another juicy episode of Shhhcreters. Today, we're diving into the recent saga of Tyrese Gibson, the high-value man who just got himself arrested over unpaid child support. But we're going beyond the scandal and asking the real questions. What makes a man truly valuable? Is Tyrese a high-value man or just someone with a big bank account and low character? Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the man himself, Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese has been in the public eye for years, from his breakout role in Baby Boy to his ongoing part in the Fast and Furious franchise. He's a 6-time Grammy nominee and an R&B singer who's sold millions of albums. By many standards, Tyrese is what society would call a high-value man. He's got fame, money, and a lavish lifestyle. But behind the scenes, there's a different story. In 2017, Tyrese married Samantha Lee, a social worker with a passion for helping others. The couple seemed like a match made in heaven, and they welcomed their daughter Soraya in 2018. However, by 2020, Samantha had filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. According to Tyrese, the breakup came as a shock. He admitted he thought their marriage would last forever. He's been very vocal about his heartbreak, even channeling his emotions into his new album, Beautiful Pain. But here's where things get complicated. Since they're split, Tyrese has been locked in a bitter legal battle with Samantha over child support. A judge ordered him to pay $10,000 to $90 per month, but he's only been paying around $2,200.
We never spent $20,000 on my daughter when we were together, and I had the money.
Yeah, but now
I don't like, who spends that kind of money on a kid? She was 1 when she took my baby from me. We never spent $20,000 a month on our child, and the credit card was wide open. So what the do you suddenly need that kind of money for? She left me, and she's trying to take my life with her.
But for men at your level, you catching the short end of it with $20 a month.
I'm not paying that. That's what they're trying to get.
But what you cannot say, and what I will not allow to be said, is that doesn't make any logical sense. If it was about money, I would have just stayed where I was at. Clearly, I had access to everything that I wanted. That doesn't make any logical sense. I wouldn't leave it to go work multiple jobs, and people know I make a good amount of money. Why would I do that for money? I love this person, and there were just certain things that just didn't work out. And that's not for the world to know. That's not for people to know. That's for me and him to know. And I hate that our business is out on the media sites. I hate that, because it's a family. It's a family that's broken apart. It's not entertainment. And unfortunately, it's become entertainment. And I don't like it.
And recently, he was held in contempt of court and briefly detained because he owes over $73,000 in back payments, including legal fees. Now, Tyrese is crying foul, claiming the judge and Samantha's lawyers are out to get him. But is this just another case of a wealthy man trying to dodge his responsibilities? This brings us to a critical discussion. What is the difference between high value and true value? Let's break it down. High value. This term is often used to describe someone's external attributes, wealth, status, appearance, or professional success. In society's eyes, a man might be seen as high value if he's financially successful, drives a fancy car, lives in a big house, or has a prestigious job. But these qualities are mostly surface level. They don't necessarily reflect a person's inner qualities or integrity. Tyrese, with his fame and fortune, might seem like the epitome of a high-value man. True value. This goes much deeper. True value is about a person's character, their principles, how they treat others, and the values they live by. A man with true value is kind, honest, respectful, and dependable. It doesn't matter how much money he has or his social standing. True value is about authenticity, emotional intelligence, empathy, and a strong moral compass. I'd liken true value to what Dr. Cheyenne Bryant calls a high-functioning man. According to Dr. Bryant, a high-functioning man is not just someone who is successful on the surface, but someone who actively works on being emotionally available, responsible, and dependable in all areas of his life. He shows up not just with his wallet, but with his heart, his mind, and his actions. He doesn't avoid his responsibilities or weaponize his resources to manipulate others. Instead, he operates from a place of integrity and accountability, making decisions that honor his commitments and reflect his character. True value and being a high-functioning man are all about embodying these deeper qualities, consistently, not conditionally. Let's get real for a moment. A man who is rich but lacks character may have high value in terms of material possessions, but he doesn't have true value. He may be selfish, arrogant, or lack empathy, qualities that diminish his worth in meaningful relationships or society. On the other hand, a man who might not be financially wealthy but has high character demonstrates true value. He may not have the riches or status that society often equates with success, but he shows strength in his kindness, reliability, and ethical behavior. And here's why this matters. While high value can be fleeting, dependent on external factors like money or status, true value is enduring. True value is about who a person is at their core, and it contributes to deeper, more meaningful connections and a positive impact on the world. It's a reminder that what truly matters goes beyond appearances or wealth. It's about the content of one's character. So, where does Tyrese fit in this? On the surface, he might be considered high value. He's got fame, money, and all the trappings of success. But when it comes to true value, the picture isn't so pretty. A high-value man doesn't make his responsibilities conditional. He takes care of his kids, fulfills his parental obligations, and doesn't use money as a tool to control or punish his ex. Tyrese, however, seems more concerned with getting back at Samantha for leaving him, rather than stepping up and doing what's right. While I think $10,000 a month for child support sounds a bit excessive, but even if it feels like a lot, I refuse to believe Tyrese thinks the $2,200 he's currently paying is fair either. Nope, I'm not buying it. In his interviews, he keeps repeating that since Samantha divorced him, she should also divorce his lifestyle, implying she's desperately trying to cling to it. But does that mean a divorce also means less provision for their child just because they aren't married anymore? I am certain he wouldn't have dared to complain about this burden if they were still married. This is not about fairness. It's embedded in malice. Simple as that. Tyrese's refusal to pay child support in full suggests that his values is more about ego than character. He wants to prove he's the man in charge, but in reality, he's coming across as petty and spiteful. And while he might see himself as a victim, the truth is, a man with true value would not let bitterness cloud his responsibilities to his child. This brings us to a bigger picture. Why are so many women choosing to remain childless or even celibate these days? Movements like the 4B movement, where women are saying no to marriage, childbirth, dating, and even contact with men, are growing because women are tired of being let down. They're tired of being financially abused, of men weaponizing their wealth to control them, especially when relationships go south. And honestly, this is one of the reasons I've decided to give up on the idea of having children. It's too big a risk to be caught up with a man who might turn out to be a malicious, callous baby daddy. It's too much of a gamble to end up with someone who's more focused on proving a point than being a responsible parent. So, ladies, I'm not trying to scare you away from relationships. I believe in love and want us all to prosper in healthy ones. But I'm saying, be mindful. Don't just accept a man because he has a bag. Many of them will use it against you and try to control you when the relationship goes south. Pay attention to a man's character. Remember, Tyrese might be high in status, but he's low functioning at best. And let's be clear, a man like Tyrese, Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, or any other wealthy man who refuses to step up might look like he has it all, but they lack the true value that makes for a strong, supportive partner. Money doesn't make the man. It's the integrity, the accountability, and the empathy that do. And that's a wrap on today's episode, my Shhhcreters. Remember, what you see is not always what you get. Money doesn't make the man. What do you all think? Is Tyrese a high-value man or just a man with a lot of money and a lot of excuses? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then consider subscribing. Help me hit that 50K mark because who knows, I might just reveal who I am if you like my vibe. Until next time, keep it real. Bye!